Hi everybody, it is me, Remy Rex. I know I have not been around for a while. Hopefully you all saw in one of my videos that I have been taking kind of a bit of break, taking it a bit slow. I was working myself. I am having a baby. You can see there he is. So due in a couple of weeks now. So we made the decision initially to not do a Doom guide, a Doom 2 guide following the success of my Doom 1 guide, and then due to kind of peer pressure and demand, we decided to make one. So here it is. Here is my Doom 2 kill order guide, and also because of all kind of the new teams and stuff, it did take me a while to build up like my web warriors and things so that I could actually create this guide for you. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown and a show through of how it all works. It is very similar to the Doom 1 guide, so if you were familiar and you did use the Doom 1 guide, this is going to work exactly the same. However, if you are new here, I'm just going to walk you through it. So it is published as a Google presentation, and you will always see it in PowerPoint mode, so you will always see it like this. And the URL that I have used is a shortened URL, so it is all safe. It is on Google Drive, so I've just shortened the URL so that it wasn't really long when I post it places and things like that for you. And the link will be in the description below to access the guide here. So as you can see, we've got some lovely artwork here, and there are some URL links down here for you as well. It'll take you to my YouTube, to the Marvel Strike Force page, and to my Twitch as well if you're interested. There's then a welcome page, so it just tells you a little bit about the kill order guide, how we've covered every single node. We've talked about how it's strategy and kill order, and how some select nodes have certain things, and I did have a lot of help with creating this, so thank you to everybody who did help. It's not an exact like you must use this team, but it's just kind of a general idea. So you might have a slightly different roster. We then have an example slide, so new for this guide, just to kind of help explain what each slide means a little bit more, and how to kind of navigate your way through the guide. So up here you're always going to have the node number and what mission it is. They didn't give the Doom 2 nodes fancy names like they did in Doom 1, so it's a bit boring. And then there's a YouTube link to every video, so every raid node has its own video, and that will link you through to those. There's then some information about what you're kind of supposed to do and kind of the exact strategy. Some of them, you must do a certain basic or a certain special turn 1 and things like that, and that's all noted here if you don't have time to maybe watch the video. And obviously the video does reflect the notes here. High priority, these are where we've listed enemies that are potentially like dangerous, or maybe you want to kill first, or you need to control, rather than just killing them quickly, and kind of, so it's kind of the ones to look out for and make sure you're controlling them, or blinding them, things like that. There's a back button, so there is a back button which will take you to the main raid page, so that's just to help you navigate through the slideshow. The team used will be listed here. Don't worry, I didn't use symbiotes. In the end I did change to web warriors, so it's not necessarily listed in placement order. Sometimes placement matters, sometimes it doesn't, but you can check the video for that. And then any other kind of good alternative options that you could use is listed here. And then down the bottom you have the wave information, so that tells you who's in the wave and who's dropping, so you can kind of work it all out between you. As you go to the next one, so you've got the raid map, so this is where it will start linking you to each of the nodes. You can go home, back to the example, and to the end credits as well, so we have also added that in new for the Doom 2 guide, just to give you a bit of extra navigation. And then literally it's as easy as, and this is where I have double checked it, but maybe triple checked that I've done all my coding correctly. If you click on a node, so B2, it would take you to B2 by mission 1. You can go back, C2 will take you to buy mission 2, all the way over here, K9 to the tech boss, and it's got all the information there for you. If you didn't want to do it like that, you can just scroll through using your cursor like you would. It is all in order from each side, and the same from Mutant Mission 1 is the same. We have done different ones for each side because it does obviously change around with like skill and tech and saving Kestrel's abilities, and you can see the options here. We have put in a couple of clauses, so for like the mutant boss node, the video footage we do have available, and I will click on one of these for you in a moment. We have managed to one tap it with using Omega Red and ability blocking Doom, but we know that that's very RNG dependent and can be, you know, isn't going to be guaranteed every single time like some of the other nodes. So we have put in things like potential 2-tap, and the same for, I think, like the bio boss node. If you're using symbiotes, you're probably going to be wanting to 2-tap it because of the timeout. My symbiotes are about 800, nearly 900k, and almost could one-shot it, but they would still pretty much time out. So there's a few kind of clauses in like that. Also as well, please bear with us like with tech. Like tech sucks, tech is rubbish, tech is always going to be rubbish. You know, there's no tech raid team like there is for the other traits. So we've tried our best, and this is one of the reasons why the guide was so delayed, just because trying to get through tech was pretty horrible. Especially as quite a controversial team used for the tech boss with having 3 Ravagers in there, but it does work. It does really work. Lady Deathstrike is a really good option as well, and again, like here with using Minerva, it was just kind of how we got the footage at the time. So we're not saying, you know, this is the best team, absolutely not saying that, but that is the team that we used. So you've got all the information there for you, and then just to show you, if you were to click on the YouTube video, it will link you straight to the video there for you. Now finally, the last thing to note, some of these are on difficulty 2.1, some of these are on difficulty 2.0. That was just dependent on where we were with the raid map and things like that, because we weren't always able to, like, we started off with Doom obviously 0, and then we progressed on to Doom 2.1. It doesn't necessarily mean that they can't work at whatever level. That was just where we got the footage. As I've been saying, with, you know, working full time, growing a baby, being pregnant, having a dog, things like that, it was a lot more difficult for me to get this footage this time around, you know, always being at home at my computer. So that's a fun thing to note. And then finally, just kind of in the credits note, it's just always nice to say thank you to my guys in my alliance who helped me with getting a lot of the footage. So it has been a group effort, and again, if you ever want to like submit footage or any feedback, just message me on Discord, and then kind of the place that we got obviously all the information from, and then my design guy who actually creates all of this. And if you ever want anything designed, Crystal Peak Productions, run by Agent Coulson, is your guide too. We have got a minimum power level guide, and I have linked the Doom 1 kill order guide as well if anybody's interested in that. Please do bear in mind this is a little bit outdated, but because it's got symbiotes, not web warriors, but hopefully that's all fine. And then you've got my Discord there, and that will link you to my server Discord, my Twitch, my Instagram if you're interested. Maybe you want to follow some of my pregnancy things and the announcement of my baby, and then there's my YouTube there as well. So I hope that kind of sums up kind of how the guide's supposed to work and how it's all going to work for everybody. I do hope you all find it useful and really enjoy using it and things like that. Please let me know if you have any feedback, thoughts, comments, either in the comments below of this, on the node comments. Join my Discord. I will try my hardest to get back to you. It might take me a day or two, but I will try my absolute hardest. But thank you very much everybody for watching, and I hope you find the guide useful, because it's nice to have it finally out there, and I will hopefully see you all in another video very soon.